Within the dim lighting of the SETI Institute's basement, Dr. Amelia Jensen stared intently at the monitor glowing in front of her. For weeks now, she'd been observing curious signals emanating from the vicinity of Proxima Centauri, the closest star to our solar system. The faint but steady pulses indicated the presence of something artificial. This was no mere stellar phenomenon. Something intelligent was broadcasting out there. Amelia hurried to confirm her discovery, sifting through the data for any sign of terrestrial interference. But the signals remained, their alien origins unambiguous. Her heart raced as the implications sunk in. This was it, the moment humankind had dreamed about for generations. Hard proof we were not alone in the cosmos. She rushed to present the findings, and within days the news spread like wildfire across the globe. Proxima Centauri was a red dwarf, a cool and stable star shining dimly in the southern skies. Now it beckoned irresistibly from just 4 light-years away, impossibly close on a cosmic scale. A mission had to be assembled. The newly commissioned exploration ship Destiny was prepared for the historic voyage. Built for long-term habitation, it contained extensive living quarters, entertainment spaces, and room for over 200 crew. Its experimental fusion drives could propel the massive vessel to nearly half the speed of light. Final crew selections were fiercely debated to represent all of Earth's diversity. In the end, the roster contained over 20 nationalities and a wide mix of ages and backgrounds. Families anxiously saw their loved ones off amidst global fanfare and media coverage. The day of departure finally arrived, and the Destiny began accelerating away from Earth orbit. As the ship's drives fired and solar systems streaked past in a blur, the crew experienced the surreal wonder of interstellar travel firsthand. After 8 months, they entered cryogenic stasis for the multi-year voyage ahead. When the ship's automated systems finally awoke them, the crew gazed expectantly through the windows as Proxima Centauri swelled into view. They had arrived. Scanners showed the star harbored several planets, and a breathless hush filled the bridge. This was the moment of truth. Signs of an alien civilization soon appeared, massive orbital structures surrounding the 4th planet. But repeated attempts to hail the extraterrestrials brought only silence. With hope and fear intermingled, the diplomats and first contact specialists now prepared to fulfill their mission, to reach out into the unknown and make contact with whoever, or whatever, awaited them there. The crew of the Destiny gathered expectantly on the bridge as the ship entered orbit around the barren 4th planet. On the view screen, they could see a motley array of alien ships surrounding the radioactive world, frigates, cruisers, carriers, and more. Some appeared terribly battered, hinting at violent conflict. "Any response to our hails?" Captain Ida Jong asked. "None," the communications officer replied. "Their ships seem lifeless." "Life support is still functioning on several vessels," noted the science officer, "but no signs of activity." Alex, the diplomatic envoy, frowned contemplatively. After an 8-year journey, the lack of response from the aliens was deeply troubling. But they had come too far to turn back now. "Ready my shuttle," he ordered. "I'm going down for a closer look." The crew protested, but Alex was adamant. "We expected the unknown. This is why a diplomat was sent. I know the risks." As Alex's shuttle detached from the Destiny, he took a deep breath and meditated on his training. Mastering over 300 alien languages had prepared him for first contact, but nothing could ready someone completely for the unpredictable. Passing by the motionless alien ships, Alex was unnerved by their imposing size and strange geometry. Markings on their hulls were undecipherable. What had happened here? Entering the atmosphere, Alex gazed out upon a desolate planetary surface. No lights twinkled in the darkness, just barren continents shrouded in perpetual night. His shuttle instruments detected ambient radiation levels consistent with nuclear fallout. The signs of annihilation were undeniable. Setting his shuttle down near a crumbling alien city, Alex stepped out garbed in a protective exosuit. Rows of abandoned vine-choked structures stretched to the horizon. Alex examined signs of plasma scorching and concussive damage, evidence of a civilization brought to ruin through warfare. Finding an access point, Alex descended into the city's subsurface. As his suit lights flickered through dank halls, he came upon disturbing skeletal remains. Beings not so different from humanity had perished here. Finding a sealed door, Alex bypassed the lock and entered what appeared to be a command center, now cold and dormant. He studied the unfamiliar control panels and displays, desperate to find some lingering echoes of those who had once lived and worked here. Hours passed as Alex roamed darkened corridors, occasionally encountering intact technology and ominous piles of bones. At times, he could swear he was being watched by unseen eyes. The entire city seemed to be holding its breath. Finally, Alex detected a power source and faint life signs. With growing excitement, he traced the signal to a reinforced chamber shielded from the outside radiation. Prying open the vault door, his pulse rifle at the ready, Alex found a sole alien sitting motionless within. The alien looked up, surprise in its three eyes at Alex's sudden appearance. It rose on 8 spindly limbs, speaking in a strange clicking tongue. Holstering his weapon, Alex activated his translation modules and took a step forward. Alex stood perfectly still as the alien creature clicked and gurgled in its exotic language. Alex's translator parsed the patterns, translating the speech into words Alex could comprehend. "Identify yourself, intruder," the alien demanded. Alex kept his tone calm and non-threatening. "I am Ambassador Alex from the planet Earth. We come in peace." The alien's 3 eyes widened in surprise. It was evident no one had disturbed this place in a very long time. "Earth? Never heard of it," the alien finally rasped. "I am Admiral Zeth of the Centauri Imperial Fleet. Why have you come here?" Alex chose his next words carefully. "We detected your ships in orbit. When our hails went unanswered, I came down personally to investigate and open a dialogue." Zeth made a hollow clicking sound Alex interpreted as a laugh. "Dialogue? About what? There is nothing left here but ashes and memories." Alex gestured to the surroundings. "What happened to your people, Admiral? What destroyed this once great city?" The alien's eyes darkened and he turned away. "War. The same story that has repeated countless times across the cosmos. Our worlds burned until nothing was left." Alex felt great sympathy for this being, the last survivor of a dead civilization. "I am so sorry, Admiral. My people also know the horrors of war all too well, but we have not given up hope." The Admiral waved his spindly limbs. "Then you are fools. When our greatest minds designed weapons that could annihilate entire planets, hope was doomed. I have waited here these long years for enemies who will never come. My crew is gone, yet still we linger." "Does it have to be that way?" Alex asked gently. "Perhaps we could help your people, find a new world for you to rebuild?" Zeth shook his bulbous head. "Do not waste your empathy. My people are beyond redemption. Those murderous fools on the homeworld brought final damnation upon us all." Alex listened with compassion as Zeth told the tragic story of his race's nuclear self-annihilation. An arms race between rival factions had escalated into apocalyptic war, leaving survivors on both sides to wither in the ashes. Yet here was Zeth, still clinging to life when all else was lost. Alex sensed profound regret and loneliness within the Admiral. Could he help Zeth to rediscover hope? Zeth led Alex through the subterranean base, showing him the mighty warships that would fly no more. Alex described the diversity of Earth, how humans had risen above their hateful past and taken to the stars. "Why did your people reach for the stars, Ambassador?" Zeth asked at last. "For glory? Power?" "Not solely for those things," Alex answered thoughtfully. "We seek possibility, discovery, transformation, redemption. All life yearns for it, if they only allow themselves to see." For the first time, Alex saw Zeth's eyes brighten with wonder and realization. The Admiral turned, regarding this compassionate alien who had crossed the void between worlds. "Perhaps there are still possibilities left unexplored," Zeth murmured. Alex emerged from the alien command bunker with Admiral Zeth, who blinked rapidly in the sunlight he had not seen for ages. Together, they boarded Alex's shuttle and ascended to rendezvous with the Destiny. As the human ship appeared in the viewport, Zeth made a low whistling sound. "Remarkable. And your vessel can travel between stars?" Alex smiled. "Yes, though it took us many years to reach your world. Human technology still has room to grow." Approaching the Destiny, Alex opened a channel. "This is Ambassador Alex. I am returning with an alien dignitary. Please have the senior staff and a security contingent meet us in the docking bay." When the shuttle doors opened, the Destiny's crew stared in wonder at the multi-limbed, bulbous-headed alien. Captain Zhang stepped forward cautiously. "Greetings and welcome aboard the exploration ship Destiny. I am Captain Ida Zhang." Zeth inclined his head respectfully. "Well met, Captain. I am Admiral Zeth. Ambassador Alex has told me much about your people. You have accomplished something mine failed to do, reaching beyond your own worlds in peace." Zeth and the senior staff sat down to an informal banquet, sharing stories of their homeworlds. The humans were saddened to learn how Zeth's people had annihilated themselves and marveled at the insights he shared about Centauri science and history. In return, the old admiral was fascinated by tales of Earth's varied cultures and abundance of life. "How I wish I could have seen your world before my own withered and died," Zeth said wistfully. Captain Zhang laid a hand gently on Zeth's. "All is not lost, Admiral. Let us travel onward to Earth together. You will be most welcome there." Zeth made a croaking chuckle. "You show an old warrior much kindness, young captain. I had thought to waste away on that ruined world below, waiting for enemies long turned to dust. You have given me hope again." The Admiral gladly accepted a tour of the Destiny. In the Arboretum, he closed his eyes and inhaled the scent of living plants and trees. In the laboratory, he marveled at the exotic devices and specimens the scientists showed him. For the first time in ages, Zeth felt wonder and vitality surge through his aged bones. "Will your crews consent to join us?" Captain Zhang asked Zeth. "We can provide supplies and repair your vessels at Earth." Zeth clicked his limbs thoughtfully. Those ships are now empty hulls, their crews lost, but any remaining Centauri would find a new home with open souls. As the Destiny prepared to embark for Earth, a few lone alien ships signaled their ascent, falling in behind them. Zeth returned to his people aboard the battered flagship with a new vision kindled inside him, thanks to Alex and the humans. A vision of reconciliation, rebirth, and possibilities beyond the stars. At the farewell ceremony, Zeth embraced Alex warmly. "You took great risk coming alone to our world," he said. "But you gave us all a gift more valuable than you can imagine. On behalf of my people, you have our eternal thanks." Alex smiled back. "The road ahead may be long, but we will walk it together." As the Destiny sailed into the void between stars once more, Zeth stood pensively at his flagship's Vistaport. A new voyage was beginning, towards redemption for all their past sins. The humans had reminded his people how to hope again. Crowds gathered at the lunar shipyards, abuzz with excitement. The alien delegation from Proxima Centauri would soon arrive, their battered ships limping into Earth orbit after the long voyage. Admiral Zeth gazed anxiously as the blue-green jewel of Earth swelled before him. Would the humans truly accept the last remnants of his people? Their crimes against themselves weighed heavily on his conscience. Ambassador Alex joined Zeth on the flagship's bridge. "Try not to worry, my friend. Focus on the present we are building, not the past we cannot change." Zeth rasped a nervous chuckle. "You are wise for one so young, Ambassador. I will try to still my doubts." The reunited fleet assumed orbit amidst worldwide celebration and media frenzy. Never before had so many alien ships appeared in Earth's skies. A delegation from the Destiny escorted Zeth and his people aboard the lunar station. There, the Centauri saw the wonders of Earth through viewports, sprawling cities, sparkling seas, and lush landscapes of green. The sights drew wistful sighs from the Centauri, reminding them of their lost home. When the airlock finally opened, the Centauri shuffled anxiously onto the station deck. But the human delegation immediately welcomed them with warm greetings. "Welcome to our world, friends," said the Secretary General of the United Earth Union. "Today is the dawn of a new age for us all." At the state dinner that followed, Zeth was deeply moved by the outpouring of human compassion. Though fearful of rejection and mistrust, the Centauri found only open hearts. Over the next year, the Centauri slowly integrated into human civilization under Zeth's guidance. The Admiral addressed the United Earth Council, thanking them for this second chance. While never forgetting the past, he spoke of building a brighter future together. Many Centauri settled Mars, drawn instinctively to its familiar ruddy landscape. Their technical knowledge helped transform the colony into a thriving new world. Others relished joining exploratory missions, embracing the spirit of discovery they had lost long ago. On the anniversary of First Contact, a ceremony was held at the United Nations headquarters in New York. Zeth and Alex strode together to thunderous applause as the audience celebrated the distance traveled in just a few short years. "Who could have imagined our two species coming together as partners and friends?" Zeth remarked as they waved to the cheering crowds. "It seems a dream." Alex smiled. "The dream is real, my friend, and it belongs to all of us now." As part of the ceremony, the battered Centauri fleet in orbit was officially decommissioned. "We shall need warships no more," Zeth declared. "You have given us the will to build, not destroy. Today we leave the last lingering shadows of our past behind." Moved by Zeth's words, the human delegation wept joyful tears. How far they all had come on the journey since that fateful first contact. Both species had been uplifted, transformed from the inside out. "Let the final legacy of our mistakes be the wisdom gained," Zeth said, his voice heavy with emotion. "Cherish each moment and each life." Afterwards, Alex found Zeth gazing up at the stars from a tower balcony. "Are you happy here, my friend?" Zeth turned, his eyes bright. "You gave us more than a new home, Ambassador. You gave us hope rekindled and purpose restored. We are brothers and sisters now, children of the cosmos together." That night, Zeth dreamed of the future. Human and Centauri building among the stars side by side, learning, laughing, loving. All the possibilities once lost found anew.